We've all been there, haven't we? That moment of absolute dread. You stand up or you shift in your seat, and suddenly, that cold wave hits you. A period leak in public. It's just one of those universally frustrating and, let's be honest, deeply embarrassing things, Whether you're at work or the gym or just out doing errands, that instant panic is real. So, okay, let's unpack this a bit. What if the root cause behind some of these leaks isn't just, a dodgy tampon or bad timing? What if it's something actually deeper, linked to the health of your internal ecosystem, specifically your vaginal flora?
That's exactly where it gets interesting. What's truly fascinating here is how much impact a balanced vaginal microbiome actually has. It's not just, oh, it keeps infections away. No, it plays this critical, often completely overlooked role in regulating your entire cycle. We're talking reducing inflammation, helping manage flow, making things more predictable, which so many women don't realize is even possible. When that internal balance is off, well, you're just far more likely to get that heavy, irregular, or sudden bleeding, the kind that, leads straight to leaks.
That's a really powerful insight. And it sets the stage perfectly for what we're doing today. We're diving deep into the real reasons these frustrating period leaks happen, how your internal ecosystem, that flora we mentioned, influences them, and crucially, how supporting your body from the inside out can actually lead to, well, more confidence and way less period panic. Okay, before we really connect those dots to internal health, let's quickly cover the basics. Why do most leaks happen mechanically? Usually it's because your flow is heavier or faster than you expected, right? Or you just misjudged how much absorption you needed. Your tampon, pad, cup, whatever, it overflows, or maybe it shifts out of place. Or maybe your period just shows up early, totally irregular, catching you completely off guard. And then there's dealing with clots or tissue shedding, stuff that standard products sometimes just don't handle well.
Precisely. And the key thing here is it's often not about poor planning on your part, it's about the unpredictability. And this is where that link comes in. When your hormones and your intimate health are kind of out of sync, your period becomes much harder to predict or manage. That fundamental unpredictability, that's a major driver for those sudden, really unwelcome leaks.
Right. So let's talk about this internal ecosystem, the vaginal flora, the unsung hero, maybe. This is that whole community of bacteria living in and around the vagina. Its job is maintaining a balanced pH, fighting off the bad microbes, and basically regulating the whole reproductive environment, like a tiny, complex city inside you working constantly to keep everything running smoothly.
And when that ecosystem, that city, is vibrant and balanced, it's doing so much for you. It actively helps regulate inflammation in the uterus, the vaginal walls. This promotes, proper, smoother shedding of the uterine lining. This balance also supports hormone signals for a more regular flow. It reduces that excessive discharge or unexpected spotting between periods. And it can even improve how well your period products, like a cup or tampon, actually sit and absorb. It affects the tissue itself.
Wow. But, okay, when that flora gets disrupted, the city descends into chaos.
That's a good way to put it. You might suddenly see dramatic changes in your flow, or clotting, or periods that are just way heavier for no obvious reason with no warning.
Heavier with no warning. That's prime leak territory.
Exactly. And increased cramping or internal pressure, that can actually cause your tampon or cup to shift or get pushed out of place. It's surprising, but it happens. Then you might get mid-cycle bleeding or spotting that just won't quit. Or even a less optimal tissue tone. Makes it harder for products to stay secure.
So it really sounds like an imbalanced vaginal microbiome can directly, maybe significantly, increase your risk of period leaks, especially when you're moving around.
Absolutely. It's a foundational piece of your cycle health that's often completely overlooked.
So what are the culprits? What disrupts this crucial vaginal flora? Unfortunately, our modern lives seem packed with things that can throw it off.
Yeah, quite a few common things, actually. Let's start with antibiotics. Now, obviously, they're essential sometimes, but they're not exactly targeted weapons. They tend to wipe out the good bacteria along with the bad. Leaves your internal environment kind of vulnerable, open to less helpful microbes taking over.
Okay, antibiotics. What else? You mentioned hormones earlier.
Right, hormonal birth control. It can, in some women, subtly suppress natural estrogen levels, disrupt the natural rhythm of your cycle, and it can also alter the vaginal pH and the flora balance itself. It's like a ripple effect.
And diet, does that play a role down there too?
Oh, absolutely. A big one. Think about lots of sugar, highly processed foods. They basically act like fuel for yeast and the less beneficial bacteria. Feeds them. This contributes directly to inflammation system-wide and definitely can mess with your cycle regularity and flow.
And what about things we use on our bodies, like cleansers?
Yes, those harsh cleansers or douching.
Yeah.
Sometimes marketed as feminine hygiene. They might seem like a good idea, but they often strip away the protective bacteria, your natural defense layer. This can leave vaginal tissues inflamed, less resilient, basically doing more harm than good.
Okay, harsh products. What about stress? Everyone's stressed these days.
A huge factor. Chronic stress means constant spikes in cortisol, your stress hormone. And cortisol directly messes with your delicate hormone balance. It throws things off. And when your hormones are haywire, your period timing and flow, they almost always follow suit. It's all deeply interconnected.
Okay, this brings us to a really important point about period products themselves. Pads, tampons, cups, period underwear. Fundamentally, they're just tools for absorption, right? That's what they do.
Exactly. They absorb. They don't, and they can't fix the root cause if your period is suddenly super heavy or clotty or just totally unpredictable.
Right. I mean, let's be real. No external product, no matter how super absorbent, can truly keep up with serious flooding or sudden clot release or a flow that's just all over the place.
Absolutely not. And that kind of unpredictable flow is exactly what many women experience when their floor is disrupted and hormones are out of sync. It really underlines why external solutions only give you that true confidence, that reliability, when your internal systems are actually working well.
So what does this all mean for you, listening right now? It means that to really fix this at the source, to get that control back, you need to focus on restoring your microbial balance from the inside out.
And often the most effective way to do that is with a high-quality vaginal probiotic, one specifically designed to target that gut-vagina axis, that crucial link between your gut health and your intimate health, supporting overall cycle regulation.
So how does that actually work? Putting good bacteria back in?
Well, by strategically reintroducing these beneficial bacteria, you're actively supporting a more regular cycle. You're helping to lessen that intense uterine inflammation, improve your vaginal pH and tissue tone. You'll likely notice significantly reduced spotting and discharge between periods. And ultimately, your period products might just work better because your body is more balanced. It's about getting everything back in sync.
Okay, that makes sense. And this is where something like Balance Complex comes into the picture.
Exactly. Balance Complex is a really good example of a comprehensive approach. It's a powerful, full-spectrum vaginal probiotic formula. It's specifically designed to support women's internal health, hormone balance, and that all-important microbiome resilience.
What makes it full spectrum or comprehensive?
Well, it cleverly combines multiple beneficial elements. For instance, it has a really robust blend of specific lactobacillus strains, like Acidophilus, Rhamnosus, Reuteri. These are the proven workhorses, clinically shown to help restore vaginal pH, reduce inflammation, boost the immune response right there. They actively work to help balance the cycle, reduce abnormal shedding, and promote smoother, more predictable periods overall.
Okay, so the probiotics are key, but you said comprehensive. What else is in there?
Right. It doesn't stop there. It also includes things like natural antifungals and specific compounds to help flush out unwanted bacteria. So you've got ingredients like oregano leaf extract and caprylic acid. These are natural antifungals. They help keep yeast overgrowth in check. And yeast overgrowth, as we know, often contributes to heavy discharge and that annoying spotting during your cycle.
Oh, okay. And the flushing part.
That's where things like cranberry and D-mannose come in. They're well known for helping flush harmful bacteria out of the urinary and vaginal tracts. This reduces that low-grade inflammation, which might cause tissue swelling or even affect how well your tampon or cup fits and stays put.
Interesting. I saw it also has enzymes. That seems unusual for a vaginal health product.
Yes, that's quite unique and smart. It includes digestive enzymes like protease and cellulase. They support overall gut balance, remember the gut-vagina axis. But critically, they also help break down harmful biofilms.
Biofilms, what are those?
They're like these sticky protective shields that harmful bacteria can create, making them harder to get rid of. The enzymes help break those down. This essentially clears the path so the beneficial probiotics can colonize and work more effectively within your system.
Got it. So it's clearing the way. And then there are soothing ingredients too.
Right, to round it out, ingredients like aloe vera leaf and arabinogalactin offer a soothing effect. They help reduce irritation, discomfort, and that tissue sensitivity that can make periods, well, even more uncomfortable. Plus, there's a blend of targeted botanicals, things like anise seed, black walnut hulls, wormwood, and reishi mushroom. These are chosen to help gently detoxify the reproductive system, regulate the immune response, and support hormone balance, which is particularly helpful if your leaks are stemming from that really irregular or heavy flow. It's, as you said, a truly holistic approach.
And the results people see, what are women reporting?
The feedback is really significant. We hear about shorter, much more predictable periods, a noticeable drop in mid-cycle spotting, less cramping, less clotting, Many women also notice that their products seem to absorb better, stay in place better, which means significantly less overflow or breakthrough bleeding, and just generally improved vaginal tone and resilience.
So the bottom line is more confidence.
Absolutely. That's the biggest takeaway for so many. Just feeling more confident in public, even on heavy days. It's not just about hygiene. It's about feeling balanced and trusting your body again.
That's huge. Now, obviously, a supplement like Balance Complex is a powerful tool, but it probably works best alongside other healthy habits, right?
Oh, definitely. It's not a magic bullet in isolation.
Yeah.
It works best when you pair it with smart, supportive lifestyle choices.
Like what?
Simple things, really. Consistently tracking your cycle, maybe using an app so you can actually see patterns in your flow and symptoms. Choosing organic cotton tampons or pads, avoiding those with synthetic fragrances or harsh bleaches. Staying really well hydrated, that can actually help thin your flow a bit and reduce clotting.
Good tip.
And actively cutting back on processed sugar, which, as we said, fuels inflammation. Even things like using a warm compress during your period can help ease uterine spasms. And never underestimate restful sleep. Your body does so much hormone regulation while you sleep deeply.
Okay, so bringing it all together, what's the big picture here?
Well, if we connect this all back, real lasting confidence during your period doesn't just come from managing the external symptoms, like leaks. Leaks, discomfort, symptoms. The real issue, as we've explored, is often an internal imbalance. From hormones to inflammation, right down to your vaginal flora.
So by giving your body the tools it needs, like the right probiotics, maybe some lifestyle tweaks to find its balance naturally, you can actually start to move away from living in fear of your own body, right? And start trusting it again.
Exactly. It's about rebuilding that inner ecosystem, strengthening your body's natural resilience.
And ultimately reclaiming that sense of ease and, empowerment during your period. So what does this all mean for you listening right now? It means you likely have way more control than you realize over your body's rhythms and your confidence, even during your period. Imagine, no more sudden leaks ruining your day, no more constant anxiety or surprises, no more hiding or feeling embarrassed. Maybe it's finally time to listen to what your body might have been trying to tell you through those symptoms.
And that really raises an important question. How can you truly understand what's going on down there for your specific, unique body? Because everyone's different. For anyone looking for a more personalized way to figure out their needs, there's actually a quick, science-backed quiz you can take. It's called vaginalquiz.com. It offers a personalized vaginal health analysis, and it takes less than 2 minutes.
That sounds incredibly useful. So whether you're dealing with recurring infections or maybe dryness, low libido, or you just want to be more proactive about your intimate wellness, this quiz is designed as that first key step to really understanding what your body needs. It's fast, it's totally free, completely private, and it's tailored to give you a custom breakdown of your vaginal health profile. It highlights potential imbalances and offers expert-backed suggestions based specifically on your symptoms and lifestyle. Think of it like getting a personal cheat sheet to understanding your most intimate self. It really empowers you to take control of your feminine health in a smart, informed way.